ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting episode of Trigger Warning Radio. I am your host, the Kaiju Conservative. So Kanye West, over the weekend, was on Saturday Night Live, and at the end of the show, he called all the cast members back up to the stage after the cameras had essentially stopped rolling, and he basically went on a talk about President Trump, the Democrat Party, and why he supports President Trump over the Democrats. Now, his remarks were not captured live on television, because as I said, the cameras had already stopped rolling, but Chris Rock, who was in the audience, managed to film them, and he put them up on Instagram for everybody to see. Now, I'm not going to go ahead, I'm not going to delve into those remarks. I'll be honest, I have not seen the video, and the content of the video necessarily is not what concerns me for this episode. What concerns me is how people have reacted to it. Now, of course, you've got all the white liberal celebrities talking about how Kanye West is betraying black people and all sorts of friendly racist leftist attacks, of course. You've got Snoop Dogg, who called him an Uncle Tom, said he needs to make his music great again, whatever that means. And the most interesting reaction that I've seen, though, came from Alisyn Camerota on CNN. Now, I've got a clip for you here. It's about a minute and a half. I'm going to play the clip. I want you to watch it and pay attention to how they frame Kanye West and his remarks. Pay very close attention to it, because we're going to be talking about it as soon as the clip is over. Here it is. Watch Alisyn Camerota reacting to Kanye West's words on Saturday Night Live.
That was not all from Saturday Night Live. I guess the artist formerly known as Kanye West, he now goes by Ye. He was the musical guest. It was not his performance dressed as a bottle of Perrier that has people talking, though everyone does love sparkling water. It was what he said in the hat he was wearing, the Make America Great Again hat, and the comments about Donald Trump that he made at the end of the show. Watch this.
You know, it's like a plan they did to take the fathers out of the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan. And so many times I talk to like a white person about this, and they say, how could you like Trump? He's racist. Well, if I was concerned about racism, I would have moved out of America a long time ago.
So most of his comments did not actually make air, but they were captured by former Saturday Night Live cast member Chris Rock, who was in the audience.
You can see the body language of some of the cast members behind him.
Yeah, I would say it's warm.
I think that they're uncomfortable, but I think it is a little bit uncomfortable, and I just am wondering if it's time to start worrying about Kanye, because he does go on sometimes nonsensical rants. I don't know. I haven't heard this whole one, so I don't know if it's nonsensical. But he has taken a break, I think, for some sort of stress-related issues. So I'm concerned.
The president.
All right, folks. So let's talk about that segment from CNN. Let's talk about how they framed Kanye West and how they are attempting to minimalize his beliefs and what he's trying to say. Number one, they don't really showcase his remarks at all, which, you know, it's a 1.5 minute segment. So that, you know, that maybe could be put down to just a lack of time. But the thing that I want to focus in on with that segment, though, is comes at the beginning and it comes at the end. Let's start with the end first, where Alisyn Camerota basically says that she's worrying about Kanye. She's getting worried about Kanye because he goes on these quote unquote nonsensical rants, and she's not sure if this one is nonsensical because she hasn't seen it. But it might be another nonsensical rant, because of course Kanye West took some time off recently for stress-related issues. That was back in, I believe, 2016, 2017, by the way, when after he was hospitalized with exhaustion. Which I believe was shortly after the birth of his second child. He went ahead and he took some time off to recover from that and deal with that whole thing. So now Alisyn Camerota is going back to that stressful period in his life and using that to suggest that, well, we don't know what's going on with Kanye right now. We don't know why he's supporting President Trump. We don't know why he's talking bad about the Democrat Party. We don't know why he's left the Democrat plantation and is acting white all of a sudden, which is, of course, the implied subtext right there. But maybe it's stress. Maybe he's not feeling well. Maybe he's crazy, is the other implied subtext, which is why Alisyn Camerota is saying that she is concerned. She's a white liberal. She's concerned for the crazy black man who is going around telling people all these insane things, that the Democrats are destroying the black community, and that it's all part of their plan, and that he loves President Trump, and Trump isn't racist, and he's not concerned about racism, and blah 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 blah. So that's what CNN is trying to do here, and they start the segment off with that performance of him in that in that suit, as dressed in that bottle of Perrier, and that right there just sets up the argument that, well, Kanye West is crazy, because that's a crazy thing to do. Who the hell dresses up as a bottle of Perrier and goes off and does a rap song and all of that good stuff? So this is the narrative that CNN is trying to build here, folks. We have, of course, the white liberal celebrities and all the black rappers coming out and attacking Kanye and calling him an Uncle Tom and all sorts of racist attacks and things like that. That's just par for the course for Hollywood leftists. They don't know anything else. They don't know how to do anything else with somebody like Kanye. I mean, he's a black man who is going against the established narrative, and that's how they react to somebody who is black and who goes against the established narrative. They call them Uncle Tom. They throw out all these racist attacks, which of course is all done with the guise of helping the black community stay away from the toxic, crazy black man. That's their thinking on that. So CNN, though, they're trying to help out, and they're trying to deliberately portray Kanye as crazy. They're trying to minimize his impact that he could potentially have on the black community, because let's face it, folks, for better or worse, the black community is hugely influenced by rappers and by hip-hop culture. I would argue that it's probably for the worst, given the state of the black community today. But these people do have a heavy influence on the black community. They're looked up to, and they're held up as role models in a lot of cases. That's why you have all these young black kids emulating these rappers by buying their shoes, getting their tattoos, and you know, all this crap that they're doing as well. So somebody like Kanye West comes along and says, you know what? It's all a lie. Everything that you've been told by the Democrat Party, that Republicans are racist, evil, bigoted people, it's all a lie. President Trump is actually a really good guy. He's trying to help the black community. Here's what he's doing. It lists, X, Y, and Z, and this is why you should support President Trump and why I support President Trump. Somebody like that comes along, that is a huge danger to the massive voting bloc that the Democrats have built in the black community. We all know that the black community always breaks for Democrats. 95%. I think Obama at one point, maybe during his first or second election, got like something like close to 97% of the black vote or something like that. And really no Republican has ever gained a substantial amount of the black vote, except President Trump. There's polls out there indicating that he's gaining massive support among the black community. I think the last poll I saw a couple of months ago had him at something like maybe 20% support among the black community. Maybe between 15 and 20, which is a huge number for a Republican, and if that translates into an electoral surge among the black community for the Republican Party, the Democrat Party is finished. they're not going to win any elections without the black community. So that's why they're trying to portray Kanye as insane. That's why they're attacking him. That's why they're portraying him as crazy. That's why CNN constructed this segment the way it did, starting out with the with the crazy performance and the black woman just kind of behind him scoffing at him and that sort of thing. Don't think that was not intentional, folks. CNN recognizes the danger that Kanye West poses to the Democrat Party, and that's why you're going to see many, many more of these attacks, and you're going to see the narrative start to be picked up that Kanye West is insane. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both of those things help me out quite a bit, and I will see you all next time.